Your nocturnal nibbles may be subtly reducing blood supply to the most vital areas beneath your waist while you sleep. Men over 60 rarely recognize this hidden trigger until symptoms appear. You may have persistent weariness, a decreased rate of arousal, or a mild numbness in your pelvis. These aren't only coincidental aging symptoms. These are warning signs that your blood vessels may be having problems. But what if what you eat at night was the true problem, not your age? I am Dr. Katherine Rocker, a men's health specialist who has spent more than 2 decades assisting men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond in taking back control of their quality of life and circulation. I've treated more than 3,000 males from various backgrounds in my clinic, and the same pattern continued to appear. Below the belt, late-night meals were subtly impairing circulation, exacerbating stiffness and exhaustion, and making it more difficult to remain active and social. The innovation isn't a medication or process. It's easier. Your body can naturally restore circulation. Certain foods function as overnight repair teams if you properly fuel it during those vital evening hours while you sleep. They improve pelvic muscle performance, oxygenate tissues, and widen blood vessels without causing any negative side effects. They're hardly exotic supplements either. The secret lies in 5 easily available foods that are likely present in your kitchen at night. In just 48 hours, one odd combination even increases nitric oxide by 34%. Click the subscribe button and turn on the bell if you want more practical advice for seniors over 60, so that you don't miss the following step. If you agree with what I just said, please leave a remark. I want to hear from you if it's not type 0. Okay, let's discover your first food that promotes circulation right now. Let's discuss fatty salmon, a diet that is subtly improving circulation and self-esteem in men over 60. Consider mackerel, sardines, and salmon. These aren't limited to meal choices. They are effective instruments that can directly improve blood flow to your most important parts. Additionally, nutritional issues are a problem for many elderly. Consider Robert. He's from Ohio and is 64. His body seemed to be slowly shutting down for years. His legs were heavy. Even after a full night's sleep, he was exhausted when he got up, and intimacy began to feel less like a part of his current existence and more like a memory. Until we discussed his nutrition, he thought it was a natural aspect of growing older. Robert ate steak occasionally, but mostly chicken every night. He said he didn't grow up eating fish and never knew how to cook it, so he avoided it completely. I've observed that tendency in thousands of men. Here's the problem, though. Fatty fish is more important than ever right now. The average senior only consumes 3.5 ounces of fish per week. The American Heart Association suggests more than twice that amount. And it's evident. Consuming little seafood deprives your body of EPA and DHA, 2 essential omega-3 fats. These maintain artery flexibility, directly promote blood vessel function, and aid in delivering oxygen-rich blood to the precise location you require. About 2,000 millimolar of omega-3s can be found in 1 plate of salmon. That's plenty to significantly alter blood flow, particularly at night when your body performs the majority of its repair functions. Let's make a clarification now. Not all fatty fish is protein. Therapeutic nutrition is what it is. It increases the quality of your evening circulation, particularly below the belt, feeds the endothelium lining of your blood vessels, and helps lower inflammation. Are you still concerned about mercury? You're not by yourself. For decades, many older folks avoided fish because of this phobia. However, studies now show that eating 2 to 3 portions of fatty fish per week is not only safe, but also very healthy. It is even strongly advised by organizations like the American Heart Association and Harvard Health for improved sexual and cardiovascular health. Fatty fish has actually been associated with measurable increases in morning energy, less groin tightness, and enhanced confidence when it counts in men over 60. When your cells naturally try to mend damaged tissue and blood vessels, eating fatty fish like salmon or sardines in the evening, just a few hours before bed, does support your body's nighttime repair system. For you, what does this mean? Fatty fish releases omega-3 fatty acids gradually during the night. This enhances blood flow directly in your pelvic area, relaxes your blood vessels, and encourages the body to produce nitric oxide, a natural substance that widens blood vessels. Better sensation, increased circulation, and increased energy in the morning are all results of it. Allow me to present Margaret to you. She is a 67-year-old Phoenix retiree. Her worries were normal when she initially came to me. She experienced daytime fatigue, nighttime cold feet, and a general feeling that her body was sluggish. Food didn't seem to have anything to do with it. What does she eat? Quite standard. A substantial dinner, typically consisting of chicken or spaghetti, a sandwich at lunch, and some bread in the morning. No seafood. She hadn't prepared it before and wasn't sure where to begin, not because she didn't like it. Thus, we kept things straightforward. 3 nights a week, I advised her to try 4 to 6 ounces of fatty fish. She started with baked salmon. She then went on to Mediterranean-style grilled mackerel with lemon and garlic and sardines in olive oil. Margaret's outcomes became evident 8 weeks later. It was warmer on her hands and feet. She was more energized. And then another unexpected event occurred. In her partnership, she felt more lively and self-assured. This is what works if you want comparable outcomes. 2 to 3 hours before going to bed, eat 4 to 6 ounces of fatty fish. 2 or 3 times a week, do this. Your body can digest throughout that window without interfering with your sleep. Additionally, it enables the steady absorption of omega-3 fatty acids throughout the night, supporting tissue repair and fortifying blood vessels during your most restorative hours. Avoid larger fish, such as mackerel, anchovies, and sardines. They are safer to eat on a regular basis and contain less mercury. Salmon's strong omega-3 level and clean fat composition make it an excellent choice as well. Rotate between different kinds of fish and limit your weekly intake to less than 12 ounces. Consult your physician about alternate sources, such as omega-3 supplements derived from algae, if you have a seafood allergy or digestive issues. However, fatty fish is only the first step. The effects are even more profound when combined with the appropriate herbal tea, particularly those that contain ginger and turmeric. Now, you might be surprised to learn how these 2 age-old spices combine to reduce inflammation and improve blood flow. You have no idea how many elderly men I have sat with in my clinic, all of them describing the same pattern over and over again, their eyes worn, their voices low, tight joints, chilled feet, low energy, and a sense that their body isn't keeping up. Although they don't voice their complaints out loud, you can see they're frustrated. In reality, they're saying that I'm slowing down, which I find annoying. Most have experimented with tablets. Some people look for vitamins. Some even believe it's a natural aspect of life. However, many people are unaware that there is something more serious at play behind all of this. The stiffness, the slow blood flow, the decline in performance, inflammation that is silent. The precise mechanisms that maintain a healthy circulation are weakened by this subtle kind of inflammation. It weakens nitric oxide, the molecule that keeps your arteries flexible, destroys the lining of your blood vessels, and makes it more difficult for blood to get to the places that are most important, including your pelvis. Here's something that may surprise you. You can fight back with one of the best strategies that doesn't come in a prescription bottle. It's in the cabinet in your kitchen. Ginger and turmeric are used to make this herbal tea. Easy, of course. However, its strength is simply astounding. Natural healing practices have been using these compounds for thousands of years. Additionally, when mixed together in a warm evening tea, they directly promote improved circulation, particularly in the lower body. First, let's discuss ginger. Gingerol is a substance found in ginger. It does more than just improve flavor. Being a natural vasodilator, it facilitates blood vessel opening. Every region of your body receives blood more readily when your vessels are able to relax. Your hands, feet, and yes, your pelvis are all included in that. Additionally, ginger enhances the body's ability to absorb the healthy substances included in meals. Therefore, it doesn't function alone. It also aids in the function of other nutrients. Next is turmeric, and more especially curcumin, which is the spice's active ingredient. And it is well known that curcumin inhibits a number of important inflammatory processes in the body. It maintains your blood vessel's inner lining, reduces inflammatory indicators, and aids in reestablishing healthy fluid circulation. Additionally, it provides the necessary support for your heart and arteries to continue functioning properly far into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Turmeric and ginger aren't merely effective. Together, they perform better. Curcumin increases ginger's absorption, and curcumin amplifies ginger's anti-inflammatory properties. The relationship is reciprocal. In the lower body, where slow circulation is widespread, this type of synergy can have a significant impact. Turmeric has long been used in Eastern medicine as a warming herb because it helps blood flow to regions that are difficult to reach. Therefore, drinking ginger turmeric tea before bed does more than just help you unwind. During the night, your body is already beginning its natural repair phase, and you're contributing to increased blood circulation throughout your body, particularly in your pelvic area and lower extremities. James, a 72-year-old retired contractor who was strong-willed and accustomed to standing for extended periods of time, entered my clinic feeling as though his legs were anchors. "I'm dragging myself through every day heavy," he remarked. I heard something deeper beneath the irritation in his voice: fear. He was afraid of losing control of his body, not of suffering. He had no intention of seeking a miracle. All he wanted was to be himself again. At that point, we began with simplicity, only a slight alteration. Around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, a tea is prepared by stirring half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger into boiling water. He returned 3 weeks later a different man. His legs no longer felt heavy. He had a notably higher level of energy during the day. The most unexpected thing, he said, was a quiet return of confidence. He felt lighter and more nimble. "That simple tea has made such a difference," he added, glancing at me. "Here's why time is crucial while drinking this tea, especially if you're over 60 and attempting to increase blood flow, especially to your lower body. And it allows your system to metabolize the ingredients without disrupting your sleep if you drink it 2 to 3 hours before bed. Instead of experiencing indigestion or bloating, you allow the anti-inflammatory substances to function while your body is at rest. Additionally, due to its so-called warming properties, ginger and turmeric naturally aid in blood vessel opening, promoting improved circulation during those crucial nocturnal hours. This is particularly crucial if you've noticed a general lack of blood flow where it matters, cold feet in bed, or a decrease in sensitivity. Let's be wise about this, though. Turmeric and ginger are potent. Avoid jumping in head first if you have gallbladder problems or are on blood thinners. Start with just a half teaspoon of ginger and a quarter teaspoon of turmeric per cup. Observe your body's reaction. Additionally, consult your physician before incorporating this into your evening regimen if you're dealing with chronic health conditions. I want you to keep in mind that diet alone isn't the key. It occurs when you consume it. Making this tea every evening creates momentum. It promotes better blood circulation, relaxation, and repair, night after night. We're going to explore a whole other food group next, one that strengthens your blood vessels, increases nitric oxide, and acts at the molecular level in a way that most people totally ignore. Researchers now refer to a class of foods that are so abundant in natural chemicals as nature's blood vessel protectors. They're also neither pricey nor scarce. Almost every supermarket shop carries these. We are discussing a variety of berries, particularly raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. These colorful tiny fruits are more than simply a delicious snack. They are among nature's most concentrated sources of nutrients that improve circulation. These berries contain a very potent ingredient for those over 60, particularly men and women who want to promote blood flow in the lower areas. For this reason, a lot of dietitians call them nature's circulation boosters. Their rich hue holds the key. Anthocyanins, which are naturally occurring plant components that have been demonstrated to increase blood vessel elasticity and promote healthy blood flow, are abundant in the blue, red, and purple hues found in berries. Indeed, better circulation down there is part of that. Allow me to introduce you to Thomas. A year ago, this 68-year-old retired accountant visited my clinic. He told me bluntly that his motivation and energy had plummeted, that he was having trouble sleeping, and that his legs were heavy. He arched an eyebrow at my suggestion that he incorporate a bowl of mixed berries into his evening ritual. "You're saying that eating berries will give me more energy and better legs?" "Oh," he said. He was simply tired, not disrespectful, doubtful. It makes sense. However, his tone shifted in a few weeks. He admitted to me at his follow-up appointment that I didn't have high expectations, but the pain in my legs has subsided. I'm getting a better night's sleep, and getting out of bed in the mornings no longer feels like a struggle. Anthocyanins, which are abundant in berries, fortify the blood vessel lining on the inside. This enhances endothelial function, which facilitates the efficient and seamless flow of blood. These substances also lessen inflammation and arterial stiffness, two main causes of impaired circulation. However, there is an additional advantage, particularly for guys. The body produces more nitric oxide when berries are consumed. This chemical facilitates improved blood flow, particularly in the pelvic area, by relaxing blood vessels. According to one clinical trial, eating foods high in anthocyanins, such as berries, can enhance blood vessel function in people with cardiovascular problems by up to 53%. It's a breakthrough in circulation. It doesn't take long for mixed berries to start working. In my experience, adding them to an evening routine can result in noticeable changes for both men and women over 60 in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. One of the first symptoms is that the legs feel lighter. The dull pressure that accumulates throughout the day is either gone or lessened. Additionally, energy levels begin to increase. You feel a little more rested when you wake up, and getting around doesn't feel like a hassle. For a moment, let's return to Thomas. Every night, usually 2 hours before bed, he promised to try 1 cup of berries. He didn't make any other changes, such as adding new drugs or drastically altering his diet. He was notably happier by the 3rd week. He told me that I had more energy throughout the day and that my legs no longer feel heavy. It's even easy to get out of the chair. Here's what I suggest if you want to maximize the benefits of berries. In the evening, eat half a cup to a full cup of mixed berries, either fresh or frozen. Eating them 2 to 3 hours prior to bedtime is ideal. During sleep, this timing supports the body's natural healing processes, particularly in your blood vessels. Stay away from sugar-sweetened fruit. Despite their seemingly healthful appearance, many frozen types contain sugars that raise blood sugar levels and negate the health advantages. Real berries' natural sugars, however, provide your body with steady energy and nourishment without the collapse. Consult your physician beforehand if you are using blood thinners or are taking medication for another illness. Although most people can safely consume berries, their high nutrient content may cause minor blood thinning. Additionally, start modest and increase if your digestive system is sensitive. This is just the start, and some people could require a few days to get used to it. We'll learn about another food that has a unique amino acid in the following section. It may be the missing piece in your circulatory trip and is necessary for healthy, flexible blood vessels. Even if it may seem too easy to work, eating a handful of walnuts in the evening is one of the most underappreciated methods to increase blood flow, particularly after the age of 60. My patients consistently react the same way when I initially explain this to them. For circulation, walnuts. Most people consider nuts to be merely snacks. They are high in calories, delicious in salads, and perhaps something to stay away from if you're trying to control your weight. In actuality, however, walnuts are foods that have biological activity. They serve a purpose and are more than just fuel. Let me clarify. L-arginine is a potent chemical found in walnuts. Your body requires this amino acid to produce nitric oxide, which is essential. It encourages your blood vessels to widen and relax, allowing blood to flow more easily, particularly to areas that frequently experience poor circulation due to stress and aging. Walnuts contain more than simply L-arginine, though. They're among the best plant-based suppliers of omega-3 fatty acid, or alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. YLA promotes blood vessel elasticity and reduces inflammation. This adaptability keeps your blood flowing strongly and steadily without causing pressure to build up in your system. You thus have a dual benefit: reduced inflammation for long-term vascular support and increased nitric oxide for flow. Your body uses up its nitric oxide stores during the day. Walking, stress, and even spending too much time at your work can all add up. Those reserves diminish by the evening. Your energy levels and other sensitive body parts will suffer as a result of blood vessels being less efficient and circulation slowing down. Eating walnuts at night is important for this reason. You provide your body with the building blocks it needs for vascular repair while you sleep. Walnuts' L-arginine aids in your body's nitric oxide replenishment as you sleep. Meanwhile, the nuts' omega-3 fatty acids aid to restore elasticity and flow by reducing the stiffness of the vessel. Here's the advice I provide to all of my patients regarding walnuts. Limit yourself to 1 ounce. That is roughly 14 halves of walnuts. Eat them in the evening, no more than 2 or 3 hours before bed, and not as part of a substantial dinner. When your body automatically enters repair mode at night, this timing aids in the absorption of L-arginine and omega-3 fatty acids. Additionally, it avoids bloating or other stomach issues that could keep you from falling asleep. However, walnuts require moderation. Just like anything strong, you get 185 calories from 1 ounce. That's sufficient to start the health benefits without interfering with your weight loss objectives. Additionally, walnuts are not for you if you have a known tree nut allergy. Overeating might also cause moderate digestive problems for some people. Thus, always adhere to the suggested dosage. I'll then show you another item that most people eat incorrectly, but that has a powerful chemical that only becomes active when cooked. And that small error prevents the entire advantage. Prepare yourself, because this one has the potential to revolutionize your cooking. One of the most underutilized yet effective techniques you can incorporate into your evening ritual to help restore good circulation is cooked tomatoes, particularly in the areas that are most important for intimacy, energy, and confidence after the age of 60. The key: lycopene. Not just any lycopene, though, the sort that is enhanced by cooking tomatoes. Cooking tomatoes can increase your body's availability of lycopene by up to 23 times, according to studies. That's what separates therapeutic impact from barely adequate. A naturally occurring antioxidant, lycopene functions as a little repair team. It reduces oxidative stress, relaxes blood vessels, and promotes improved flow, especially in the pelvic area, where inadequate circulation can subtly undermine emotional and physical well-being. This is where the situation becomes even more intriguing, not just in your heart, but also in areas that greatly depend on a healthy blood supply to function. Cooked tomatoes promote the creation of nitric oxide, the same substance that helps blood arteries expand and permit smooth, continuous flow. Yes, down there as well. Additionally, ACE, the enzyme associated with elevated blood pressure and constricted blood vessels, is naturally inhibited by lycopene. This inhibition promotes long-term circulatory health, eases cardiac strain, and relaxes blood vessels. Patients who included cooked tomato products in their diets experienced notable benefits in research trials. A decline of around 5.66 millimeters of mercury was seen in the systolic blood pressure. The condition of your artery's inner lining, known as endothelial function, increased by up to 53%. You can sense those changes: improved circulation in your legs, reduced chilly extremities, increased blood flow, and an improvement in your personal health as well. Here's the advice I give my own patients if you're unsure about when to eat them for optimal effects. Your evening meal should include cooked tomatoes, preferably 3 to 4 hours before to bedtime. Since your circulatory system performs the majority of its repair job at night, this allows your body time to absorb and digest the lycopene. While you sleep, the mild nighttime support keeps your circulation constant and fluid. Always cook your tomatoes in olive oil to maximize the advantages. Olive oil does more than only enhance absorption of lycopene, which is fat-soluble. In order to release more of the active chemical, it cooperates with heat. Here's a little remark about who shouldn't use this strategy. Avoid this food if you have a tomato allergy or if you have autoimmune issues that make you sensitive to nightshades. Additionally, monitor your blood pressure readings if you are currently taking medication for it. Naturally, lycopene can help decrease blood pressure. Therefore, it can intensify that impact when taken with your prescription. Nonetheless, this is among the safest and most efficient methods for reestablishing healthy flow for the majority of adults over 60. Cooked tomatoes help you regain control of your body, in addition to providing nourishment. They serve as a reminder that when it matters most, little delectable adjustments can rekindle connection, warmth, and vigor. Even in the bedroom, you are now aware of the precise meals that might stimulate sluggish blood flow and give you a sense of vitality and self-assurance. But knowledge by itself won't make things better. The fact is that information alone does not bring about change. Even if you watch this video 10 times, your body won't alter if nothing is on your plate. When you take action, circulation improves. Additionally, each night you wait is a lost chance for recovery. Tonight is important. Start with something easy. Keep it modest but genuine. A mug of ginger turmeric tea, some salmon slices, and a warm bowl of tomato soup. It's not necessary to completely change your way of life all at once. You can start with one decision, one plate, and one habit that helps your circulation there and beyond. But that isn't sustainable. Tonight, do it. And you're different from most people if you've stayed here this long. You didn't leave in the middle. When it got technical, you persisted. You stayed because you value your independence, your body, and your energy. It requires strength. Self-respect is required for that. Here's what you should do next. Avoid trying to do too much at once. Tonight for dinner, pick just one item and include it. Do you need something warm? Bring a bowl of tomato stew to a boil. Seeking comfort? After supper, make a cup of turmeric tea. Want something crunchy? Pick up a tiny handful of walnuts. Do you want something sweet? Eat some plain yogurt with a few berries. Preparing meals for the family? Drizzle a piece of salmon with lemon after baking it. An hour or so before you go to bed, a quiet window opens. Additionally, your body is getting ready for repair during that brief period. Blood vessels start to loosen up. Pathways for circulation open up. Hormones change to a healing state. That last snack or meal, it goes beyond food. It serves as your overnight restoration fuel. Therefore, remember that you are making a medical decision rather than merely reaching for a bite when you reach for that tea, those berries, or that bowl of soup. The decisions you make in that final hour have an impact on your blood flow the following day, not only in your hands or legs, but also everywhere, including intimate areas where circulation is most important. Let's be honest now. Results won't appear right away. You should notice a difference after 2 to 3 weeks. Better energy, lighter legs, and more lucid thought processes. Additionally, many people start to notice more significant changes around week 6 or 7, greater drive, more self-assurance, and better mornings. You don't need to be flawless, not each and every meal, not every night. Consistency is what matters. Your body will react if you do it 5 or 6 nights a week. A day missed? No issue. Simply get back on course the following evening. Let me stop you there if you've ever believed it's too late for me. I worked with a 78-year-old man who had not felt connected to his body in years, was tired, had little energy, and had trouble sleeping. His blood work improved after he made a few minor adjustments to his evening routine, including eating some of the foods we just discussed. He walked with more energy. Indeed, his personal confidence returned as well. I will never forget what he told me. I believe I have been given another chance. You too have that second chance, but you must take the first step. The question is now. Tonight, what are you going to do? Will you act and provide the assistance your body has been requesting? Or are you going to continue your limiting habits after watching this video? Your vitality, circulation, and self-assurance. Everything depends on the decisions you make tonight. These foods are most effective when paired with a healthy way of living. We all develop when we share, so please share what you learned today and what change you're ready to make in the comments box below. Let's support each other. If you found this movie useful, or if it even slightly opened your eyes, please click the like button. To be sure you don't miss any information that could change your health, click subscribe. Before you go, ring the bell. If this video was helpful, please enter 1. If not, enter 0. You might not be aware of the significance of your comment. Before making significant changes, consult your doctor if you are taking medication or have a chronic illness. Now, I want to hear from you before you leave. Which dish will you try tonight? Tell me in the comments section below. I read each and every one of your comments, and they are important to me as well as to other viewers who are seeking support. You illuminate the way for someone else when you share your step. If this video was helpful to you, please like and share it with a friend who might benefit from it. Someone's life could be changed by that one tiny deed. And I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. I appreciate you staying, choosing yourself, learning, and now acting. Your body is far from finished healing. Let's continue our journey together.